Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back in another video from Ham on Beat, and today we are checking out movie and TV references in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Thought it'd be cool to check this out. And after this, the next one will be comic book and animation references. Yes, in JoJo's, and then potentially back to the debunking Iraqi forgot extras, and there was another fun facts uploaded. Maybe not. I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to avoid spoilery stuff, but there is other videos potentially I could check out. I don't know. Let's go.
She's up there! I'm on the beat!
Yeah.
As an author, Hirohiko Araki has been known to display his own interests throughout his work. Pretty much everyone knows about the music references in JoJo.
Yeah, I always love when like another like stand or character or something's brought in and it's just like, oh yeah, that's like an artist or a song or
And
something.
Araki has shown great interest in fashion, so much that he's collaborated with real fashion brands.
Sick.
But just as prevalent as those influences in his work are the various references he includes to film or television. In the past, I made a video going over some of these, but that list was very incomplete and lacked any narration to go over the finer details.
Okie dokie.
In this video, I'll be going over the long list of references that JoJo has made to movies and TV shows.
Cool.
For the sake of keeping things organized, I'll be sticking to live-action media for this video. For example, although Tom and Jerry is a TV show and it is referenced, I won't be including
Animated.
it here.
Right.
That'll be in a separate video covering references to comics and animation.
Sick. So
It has
I
been
have unintentionally done it the right way around. I am so cool.
Commonly said among fans that Dio Brando's surname is based on the actor Marlon Brando.
Huh.
While there is no direct confirmation for this, I do still find it quite likely based on the abundance of other references like it.
I never thought of that.
It's possible that Dario Brando's first name is based on the Italian horror filmmaker Dario Argento. In Araki's interview for the second JoJonium volume, he states that he based Will Zappelli's personality on the character Mr. Miyagi from The Karate Kid. Jonathan and Dio were shown to be attending Hugh Hudson Academy, named after the English director of the same name, best known for Chariots of Fire.
Ah, okay.
Dio can be seen drinking a bottle that says Cronenberg on it, referencing the director of the same name. The bottle also has the words Dead Zone, the title of one of
Right, so that
Cronenberg's
doubles down on
films.
that then, that's
This
cool.
same bottle reappears held by Abakio in the Part 5 anime. Vampires in JoJo often suck blood by sticking their fingers into their victim's skin, instead of the traditional biting. The way this is done is very similar to a scene in the movie The Thing. Araki has said in his JoJonium Volume 1
Do
interview.
you know what? What a film as well. I went through a mad phase of just watching that film over and over. I love it. It's so like weird and yeah.
As well as in his book, Manga in Theory and Practice, that he based the characters of Jonathan and Dio on the actors Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right, okay.
In the JoJonium Volume 3 interview, Araki compares the rivalry between Jonathan and Dio to that of Godzilla and Mechagodzilla.
Oh, okay.
The character Doobie wears a mask and hat which resembles the one worn by Joseph Merrick. Merrick was best known for his severe deformities, which earned him the nickname the Elephant
Man, right? Yeah,
Although Merrick was a real person, Doobie's outfit is most likely a reference to the 1980 film The Elephant Man, directed by David Lynch,
Right.
where the hat, which is nearly identical to Doobie's, is shown. One of Dio's minions has a protruding inner
Very
mouth,
much like the
similar
Alien.
to the xenomorphs of the Alien
Yeah,
franchise. Araki has said that he got the idea for the character of Joseph Joestar by combining his previous manga character BT with the actor Sylvester Stallone.
Okay.
The cave where Santana is found in Part 2 is very similar to
Oh.
the crashed ship from the beginning of the movie Alien.
It is as well. That is like the walls and the floor, and then just get rid of. Ah, wow, that is sick.
The character Rudolf von Stroheim may be named after the Austrian actor Erich von Stroheim. In Joseph's bio, his favorite actor is listed as Jean Gabin. The characters shown on the cover of Battle Tendency Chapter 37 are posed almost identically to a poster for the 1987 film Some Kind of Wonderful.
Okay.
The early parts of JoJo are similar to the Indiana Jones movies. There is a large focus on archaeology as well as the supernatural. The Nazis' presence in Part 2 is also similar to
I am getting the Indiana Jones kind of vibes now,
the films, with both wanting to use ancient artifacts to help their world conquest. Joseph Joestar in Part 3 has an outfit similar to Indiana Jones.
You put them side by
and his
side,
stained hermit purple is often used similarly
whip.
to Jones's whip.
Right.
In fact, the logo of JoJo itself is very similar to the logo for Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Araki has said that he wanted Part 3 to be a modern retelling of Dracula. While Dracula was originally a book, Araki does still reference the film. The scene where Dio moves past the cobwebs without disturbing them is nearly identical to a scene from the film. Araki has said that Part 3's story is similar to the film The Seven Samurai. He has also compared the structure of Part 3 to the TV drama Mitokoman. Araki has often said that he based the character of Jotaro Kujo on the actor Clint Eastwood, particularly on his character from the Dirty Harry series.
Right, I can see that.
In the first episode of the Part 3 anime, one of Jotaro's books is titled ESP, Esper's Counterattack, written by W. Shatner and translated by Joji Takai. These names are obviously inspired by the actors William Shatner and George Takai, best known for their roles in the Star Trek TV and film series. The title of the book, Esper's Counterattack, is also similar to the Japanese title for Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan, which is Khan's Counterattack. The stand Tower of Grey has a protruding inner mouth like a xenomorph. Jean-Pierre Polnareff's name is mainly known as a reference to the musician Michel Polnareff, but Araki has also said that the first part of his name is based on the French actor Jean-Paul Belmondo. The character of Polnareff is very similar to the character Inigo Montoya from The Princess Bride.
What a film. My name is Inigo Montoya, and you will die. That's kind of close to the line. I can't remember it properly, but I've only ever seen it once, but I loved it lots.
Both are swordsmen whose main goal is to avenge the death of a family member who was killed by a character with deformed hands. In JoJo, Polnareff wants to avenge his sister, and her killer, Jay Guile, has 2 right hands. In The Princess Bride, Montoya wants to avenge his father, and the man he's looking for has 6 fingers on one of his hands.
Oh, yeah, alright. Huh.
In Jotaro's bio page, his favorite film is listed as Never Cry Wolf. Araki has said that the orangutan character Forever is based on the film Link. The movie also features a shower scene similar to the one in the manga.
Very creepy.
In the JoJo Veller stand commentaries, Araki says that various horror movie monsters inspired the enemies in Part 3. Dark Blue Moon is based on the creature from the Black Lagoon. Ebony Devil is based on Chucky from Child's
do you know what?
Play.
Never thought of that,
Yellow Temperance is based on The Blob.
Okay.
And the design of Hanged Man is based on Mummy. The scene where Devo falls off the balcony and disappears is very similar to the end of the movie Halloween, where the killer Michael Myers also disappears. In Kakuin's bio page, his favorite actor is listed as Masakazu Tamura. When Hermit Purple is used on the TV, various references can be seen. These are Marlon Brando from the film The Godfather, the MTV logo, and the film Pet Sematary. The premise of Hanged Man attacking from inside a mirror is very similar to the Amazing Stories episode titled Mirror Mirror. In Polnareff's bio, his favorite film is listed as Bad News Bears. Araki has said that the ideas for the stand Wheel of Fortune come from the movies Christine and Duel. Christine has an evil car which is able to change shape just like the stand.
Okay, makes sense.
The movie Duel shares an almost identical premise with the beginning of the fight, where the main character encounters the truck on the roadway that keeps harassing him. Another similar scene comes when the main character enters a bar when he believes that the driver is inside, only to find out that he wasn't inside the whole time. This is repeated almost exactly in JoJo. When bringing the group to the
Wow, there's so many references. This is mad. This is so mad.
hotel, Enya mentions 007 in reference to the James Bond series of films. During the Justice fight, Jotaro mentions that he got his intuition from watching the TV show Columbo. Araki has said that the design for the stand Lovers is based on the robot from the movie Short Circuit. The premise of the fight is also similar to the movie The Fantastic Voyage. Before the group starts riding the camels during the sun fight, Joseph mentions the film Lawrence of Arabia. In the anime, Polnareff mentions the movie The Exorcist when he wakes Kakyoin up from his nightmare. The premise of Death 13 attacking from inside your dreams is
Nightmare on
very
Elm Street,
similar
definitely,
to
yeah.
the movie A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, definitely.
Araki has said that the design of the stand Judgment is based on the Kamen Rider and Kikaider series. Near the end of the High Priestess fight, Kakyoin mentions the actress Audrey Hepburn. Araki has said that the main inspiration for the character Undul came from the film character Zatoichi, who was a blind samurai. The water stand Geb may be based on the water monster featured in the 1989 film The Abyss, directed by James Cameron. In Avdol's bio, his favorite movie is listed as Midnight Run. The stand Anubis may be inspired by the character Birugenia from Kamen Rider Black. It was shown that when his sword is picked up by other people, they become possessed, much like
Right.
Anubis.
Well, it is very
The scene
similar.
in the Darby fight where Joseph drops coins into the glass is very similar to a scene from the French movie Farewell Friend, starring Charles Bronson.
Never seen it, but that is
During
cool
the
to
fight
see.
with Alessi,
Yes,
he uses
got
an
that
axe
straight
to
away.
break and peer through the door, very similar to the famous scene from the
Here's
film The
Johnny.
Shining. Pet Shop is shown licking the blood from his wound, which Iggy compares to the actor Bruce Lee. The particular movie where Bruce Lee does this is Enter the Dragon. Araki has said that a large part of the inspiration for Dio's design comes from the actor Rutger Hauer, specifically his character Roy Batty from the 1982 movie Blade Runner.
Yeah, what a film.
While in the ambulance, Jotaro and Joseph mention the film Tarzan
Tarzan.
the Ape Man, and the actress in the film, Bo Derek. The small-town murder mystery premise of Part
Very
4
Twin
is
Peaks,
similar
my God,
to the
yes.
TV show Twin Peaks, which had finished airing a year before Part 4 began.
Right.
This reference is further supported by the character Angelo, whose name is confirmed to be a reference to Angelo Badalamenti, the composer of Twin Peaks. Araki has said that the idea for the character Yukiko was based on the film Misery. While trapped by Yukiko, Koichi mentions the director Ridley Scott and his film 1492.
How random.
While in Tonio's restaurant, Okuyasu mentions the movie The Champ. Before the Highway Star fight, Rohan mentions the movie Pretty Woman. The premise of the fight with Highway Star, where Josuke is forced
Do you know
to
what?
make-
Yeah, it is very Speed-esque. Alright, just... You don't think it when you're reading it, but like, as soon as you do side-by-side comparisons of all these things, it makes perfect sense where the
certain
influences
Speed
come
is
from.
similar to the film Speed. In the anime, Okuyasu mentions the professional wrestler Terry Funk. The scene where Cheap Trick's user crawls backwards up the stairs is
The Exorcist?
reminiscent of the film The Exorcist. In the anime, an advertisement for Austin Powers can be seen in the background. Parts of the Bites the Dust arc are very similar to the Star Trek The Next Generation episode Cause and Effect. In the episode, the Enterprise is stuck in a time loop that keeps resulting in its destruction. This is similar to the loops of Bites the Dust, which result
Right,
in the
wow,
deaths of the
okay.
characters. One very similar scene involves a wine glass breaking in one loop and then continuing to break in every subsequent loop, something that was shown happening with the tea set
Yeah.
in JoJo. At the beginning of Part 5, Koichi mentions the film 2001: A Space Odyssey. The design for Gold Experience is nearly identical to the character Hakaider,
It is.
specifically the one from the 1995 movie Mechanical Violator Hakaider.
Whoa,
In
I've
the
never heard of that.
anime's
Well, that looks
backstory
cool.
For Fugo, he mentions a fictional court case called Argento v. De Sica. This is referencing the Italian directors Dario Argento and Vittorio De Sica. In the JoJo Veller commentaries, Araki compares Coco Jumbo to the kaiju movie monster Gamera. In Mista's backstory, the actor Clint Eastwood is mentioned. One of the scenes in the backstory is reminiscent of the movie Pulp Fiction, where all of the bullets miraculously miss Mista. Araki has said that the idea for the two-faced design of King Crimson came from the character
Total
Kuato
Recall.
from Total Recall.
Yeah,
During the
Alright.
talking head fight,
But instead it's in
Narancia
the head.
mentions
Cool.
Bruce Lee and Sylvester Stallone. It's possible that the stand Notorious B.I.G. is a reference to the film The Blob. In Abakio's bio, his favorite movie is listed as Sling Blade. Mista's favorite movies are listed as Pretty Woman and Bridges of Madison County. Trish's favorite actors are listed as Gwyneth Paltrow and Marcello Mastroianni. At the beginning of Part 6, Jolene says that one of the guards resembles Tom Cruise.
Okay.
The Green Dolphin Street prison is likely based on the film Green Dolphin Street,
I'm worried this is going to go past Stone Ocean, but we shall
and
see,
the
we shall
song
see,
of
we
the
shall
same
see.
name written
Because you guys know the rules. If it starts getting into Steel Ball Run territory, I'm either skipping ahead or closing the video.
For it. In Wes and Jolene's cell, there appears to be a photo of a young Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Thunder McQueen's backstory, in which his failed suicide ended up killing a woman jumping to her death outside the window, is very similar to an event which happens in the film Magnolia. While the scene in the film is based on a common urban legend, I do still think it is referencing this specifically, since Part 6 also features raining frogs, which happens in another scene of the film. When the characters are playing catch, Jolene compares FF's posture while throwing the ball to be like that of the actress Marilyn Monroe. In one of Poochie and Dio's conversations, Poochie mentions the actors Sylvester Stallone and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Araki says that the invisible zombies created by Limp Bizkit were inspired by the effects in the movie The Hollow Man. Jolene's pose from the cover of Stone Ocean Chapter 54 is nearly identical to one done by Cameron Diaz in the 2000 movie Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, wow, that's so sick.
The character D&G's favorite movie is listed as Showgirls.
Oof.
The events of the jailhouse lock fight are similar to the movie Memento. Also
God,
during the
what a
jailhouse
film.
lock fight, Jolene
I haven't
is
seen
watching...
Memento in years, man. Isn't that the one where he like keeps forgetting and then writes it all down on himself so that when he wakes up he can kind of remember stuff or at least direct himself where he's meant to go?
The movie while mentioning the actor Johnny Depp. Based on the image that's on the TV, she is watching the movie From Hell. Jolene also sees the movie The Sixth Sense on TV, with the actors Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Osment being shown. During the Bohemian Rhapsody fight, Chewbacca from Star Wars and the Terminator are mentioned. The character mentions the T-2000, although that kind of Terminator never actually appeared in the series.
There's a
It's
T-1000
possible that
one.
since Part 6 is set in a year in the future, Araki was attempting to name it as if
Right.
it came from a future film. A billboard for the E.T. Adventure ride from Universal Studios can be seen, based on the film E.T. A picture from the movie Picnic is shown during the explanation of Heavy Weather's ability. In one of the JoJo Veller commentaries, Araki compares the design of Seamoon to that of Darth Maul from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
I don't really see that.
The name of the Steel Ball Run race is based on the film Cannonball Run. Araki has said that he may have gotten the idea for the stand Scary Monsters from watching Jurassic Park. The stand Mandem is based on...
Wow, okay, I think... Yeah, nope. Sorry. I don't want anything spoiled, so yeah, sorry. And you guys keep saying, read it. I will read Steel Ball Run as it's coming out in physical form in the UK, so I reckon that'll be sometime next year. Because I did start it, but it's just... With JoJo's, there's so much going on, I don't like reading it on the screen. And I gotta have it in the book. I'm gonna have to do it that way. But it was fun to see the references. That was cool. Some of them obvious when it's mentioned. You don't really looking for it when you're watching it first time, are you, I suppose. But yeah, thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video, I want to be able to watch Patreon-only reactions, such as the original Dragon Ball series. Link in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask to help support channels. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for that. Thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? You guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos. I'll see you guys all, guys, next time.